Welcome to Marketing Mondays with April. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about something called nostalgia. That means something that was dated way back and you remember. And I'm very cautious about, and not just cautious, but I love commercials that talk to me, that can relate to me. And so things that related to me a long time ago growing up, those are the things that we remember because they form our ideas. They help us to decide what we will buy in the future. And what I mean by that is I have my favorite box of cereal, Tony the Tiger Kellogg's. And do you know why I continue to buy this brand? It's because they have not changed the recipe. Yes, we do think about the recipe when we eat the foods that say it's going to deliver something. What does Tony Tiger say all the time? He says, it's great. Yes, and that's been going on for many decades, year after year. Now, I don't know about kids these days. Like my twins, they really don't care for Frosted Flakes, but they haven't watched commercials growing up about it. So it's kind of oblivious to them. So the people who get this cereal is probably about my age or older because all the commercials that were on TV was about this cereal. Okay? So we're going to play a little marketing game. It's called three-dimensional marketing. That's why you remember it. It was on television, it was on the radio, and you saw it again in three different ways. So you remember the commercial that says, don't squeeze the Charmin. What was the item that they were telling you not to squeeze? It was tissue paper, right? Of course. Now, do you remember a particular soap brand that stays cold or cleans in cold water? Do you remember that brand in that commercial? That was Cheer. Okay. Now, what about the one that said gets clothes clean? That was Tide. So I remember Tide. I grew up on Tide, and guess what? 25 years later, I buy Tide. Now, I do buy other brands as well, but when I really want to go back to making sure my clothes are clean, guess what I buy? I buy Tide. Also, you remember this insurance company, you're in good hands with Allstate, of course. So I grew up on those commercials. So now when I get ready to buy insurance, most of the time I'll think about Allstate first. And then, of course, it depends on the budget, what you have in your pocket. Okay, this one was good. Do you remember that one? Campbell's Soup. So that was a nostalgic commercial. We still buy soup. And guess what? When it gets cold outside, my favorite soup is tomato soup with a little bit of milk in there and some warm. It's very good. I just love it. What about this one? It melts in your mouth, not in your hands. M&M's. Yes, melts in your mouth, not in your hands. Yeah, that was pretty good. One more, and it says, this was one of my favorite ones, and I still buy this brand today. It's Choosy Mothers Choose. Come on, Choosy Mothers Choose Jif. And so I still buy Jif. So when marketers really want to brand their products, there was a system that they used back then that was effective because that generation bought it. But now we have a new generation of kids who don't even know these brands. And can you tell me when was the last time you remembered a commercial that you heard? Probably not, because things have changed. But for marketers, you want to be able to appeal to the consumer so that they will remember your commercial. And then not only remember it for just that day, but decades later. So it requires that you think about that just a little bit more. And on one of my next segments coming up, I'm going to talk about some of the commercials that we saw in the Super Bowl and then kind of get your feedback. So if you want to, please subscribe, share, and let others know about our channel so that we can get more good information on here. Thank you for joining me again today, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.